Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 2nd of September 2021 and the time now is 6:17 a.m. Well, today our topic is remembering our personal story is very important. Share what happened when you were 16 years old. Right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. Yep. So 16 years old. Yeah, is the fourth year in my secondary school, and there is one thing I can remember, and this is actually a very good experience for me. Yep. And then I remember that one day, uh, two or three girls in our class uh, actually came came to me, and then they tell me they told me that there were a drama competition, and then because they for them they were from the drama club, so um, they are the members, so they know these competitions, and of course they were well experienced and they wanted to join to take part the competition, and they were kind of wanted to win uh, wanted to win the competition. And then at that time, because in our class we only have 10 or 11 uh, boys and all the others are girls. So after they have got enough female actors for this play, for this drama competition, and then they need boys. Yeah, and at that time, um, yeah, they already chosen a few, and they think I can be the main character. Yeah, they want me to take part also and be the main characters. Yeah, at that time, because I said um, in secondary school in Form 3, uh, I had been a shy person. Yeah, and if you want me to join a competition like this, that would be too much, too over for me, too difficult, too challenging. And then at that time, but I saw that really they had little choice uh, in uh, in terms of selecting who to play the main characters, because uh, all the other guys also don't like to be the main characters. So everybody is like refusing to get to be the main character. Yeah, and after that, because yeah, boys and girls at that time, uh, those few girls, two or three girls, they are the members, and they come and back me. Uh, they really want to take part, and for boys and for men, I think it is also sometimes hard to refuse when girls beg you do something. Yep. So at that time, yeah, I had no choice, and I give myself a try. And then that was a drama competitions, and we have to use English all the time. Yeah, on the stage, and that was the most difficult part for me, because at that time, I I hardly speak. I can hardly speak English, and but they are they are also brilliant. I mean, the two or three girls, the drama members, they promised me that they will make the plot with little dialogue, and then they promised that I won't speak a lot in the play, so that in that case I agree um, to be the main character. Yep, and then yeah, they were really experienced, and they designed the plot. They also designed the music, and just get everything done. And as actors, we just have to follow. Um, and also they will kind of uh, teach me how to act, or and we have a lot of uh, practice. We have a lot of rehearsals before the play, before the competition, and the competition is like 1 or 2 weeks before, uh, 1 or 2 weeks after. Yeah, after I decided to join them. Yep. So within these 1 or 2 weeks, I keep memorizing the dialogue. It is not a lot, but still like I think for the whole play it's like 7 to 10 lines. They are not the long lines. Maybe just uh, uh, around 10 words for a sentence. So it's like 7 sentences. So it's like 70 words, something like that. And then um, yeah, uh, what is the most uh, how to say anxious moment is when it is the day. Yeah, it is the day that we have to play. We have to attend the competition, and for now I still can remember because the competitions take place in a hall, and that hall is the hall with air conditioning with AC, and that was so cold, and because I have to play as the main character, so that make me feel even colder. Yeah, and then I can clearly remember the feeling and the moment when we wait at the backstage of the hall, and uh, um, that really make me sweat, and then that was uneasy, and we were really kind of in fidgets. Yeah, we were really anxious. And then because yeah, they were brilliant, you know why? Because they were the members, but for themselves, they actually didn't take part. I don't know whether it's because they are members, so they couldn't play. They couldn't take part. They can only be the uh, like
Organizer.
the yeah, yeah, and the drama coach or something like that, the script writer. They couldn't play. And then yeah, so all of us were very anxious, and then I forgot I forgot the orders of our group. I think it's the middle. Yeah, it not the first few groups, and also not the last few groups. Yeah, we were in the middle, and then after our class being called, and then that feeling is interesting. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of when you were ready to go to the war to fight, and then yeah, it is just interesting. I have never had that feeling before, which is firstly you were so anxious, and by the time your name or your group is being called, it's time for you to come out from the backstage. Yeah, that feeling is really, really um, precious to me. And then yeah, on the stage, uh, everything is okay. Yeah, and actually the closing line is the longest one. Yeah, all the lines before is quite easy because you can do it with your actions. Yeah, so that won't be so difficult. But the closing line is something like um, everybody will uh, everybody will stand aside. I mean the actors, and because I am the main character, so I have to go in front of the stage and then to speak out the closing line by my own. So that was the most difficult one, and yeah. Okay, before closing, I remember one more thing. which is in the plot actually I was acting as a bad boy, and then it's something like a boy, a son, which is very naughty, and then I don't want to listen to my parents' advice, and I hang out with friends every day and come back home late every day. And after that, my mom get very sick, and after that, I feel so regretted. Yeah, the plot is something like that. So um, there was one scene which it is my yeah the other girl who played the role of my mom in that drama actually give me a slap yeah in the play, and that slap is really really hurt yeah because uh maybe in the rehearsal we didn't play it for real, but in the play she really give me the slap, uh, and everybody can feel, everybody can hear the sound of the slap, and I can also feel like there was a silence after the slap because everybody was shocked, and my face was kind of I feel the hot on my face. Yeah, and then it was also painful. Yep, and this is the first I remember, and the second scene is the closing line. Yeah, until today I still can remember the lines, which is cherish the ones around you, don't regret only you lose them. Yeah, and at that time I was actually quite anxious. Yeah, because I actually stopped for 1 or 2 seconds because really too anxious. And but when I open my mouth and speak out the line, I managed to speak it smoothly. Yeah, and at the end, we win the competition. We win the first place. Yeah, so at that time, everything is 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 a good ending. Yeah, because we also won the competitions, and I also did well in during the competition. Yeah, so yeah, this is a kind of a very good memory um, in that year. So and this is also the things I want to share today.
Mm. Yeah. Initially, I want to ask, is there any kiss? Is there any kiss scenes? Yeah, in the drama, but it seems didn't. But there's a slap.
Yeah. We don't have the keys since, but uh, we
Slap.
have one which is yeah before the slap. Before the slap,
Oh.
I think it's after the slap. After the slap, I hug my mom because she was so sick. Yeah,
Mm.
at that time. So yeah, it's also the same person. Yeah, firstly she gave me a slap, and after
Yeah.
that I have to hug her. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I I think I think yeah. She just do the what's it called, the revenge before you hug her. Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and actually, for this slap and also the huggings, uh, we never did that in rehearsal.
Mm.
Yeah, because boy and girls, not easy.
Mm.
Yep.
And also another thing you mentioned, which is when your teams have arranged in the middle to perform,
Mm.
and yeah, it's actually the torture. It's actually torture, and I remember when I was in college, and we got a lot of presentations,
Yeah.
and then what I did is actually I tried to get the first group to present. Yeah, so we can avoid the torture. Yeah.
The stress, right?
Yeah. And even though many people they say they want to be the last, so that they can they can like prepare, but what the hell they want to prepare? It's already on the same day, and it should just increase your suffering. And because most of the time I'm a leader, and I always reject I always reject this kind of opinion. And also, if you have done your presentation or have you done your performance, and after that you feel relief, and if you are a last group and after you feel relief, and then the maybe the teacher start to share something. I mean for your performance, the teacher start to rank you, and then after that the whole event have ended. So the release, the feeling of the release, the feeling of the relief is just very very short period. Yeah, like if you if you are the first group, and then after you have performed on the stage, and then you feel relief, and you can pay attention to the show that other people perform.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so for my sharing, and when I was 16, I actually changed my tuition center. Yeah, because like last time I told you, and because the old tuition center only left one teacher. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't want to be taught by him. Yeah, even though he as my employer previously, he hired me as a part timer. Yeah, but I reject to do that. I changed to another big branch of the It's also the same group of tuition center. It is the super tuition center. Yeah, super group. And I changed to the another big branch, and yeah, the teacher is more professional. And there's one teacher uh there's one teacher that I really really like. But initially, she's not my she's not my class teacher. Okay, and I mean, she didn't teach me any subject, and then I changed. I changed the sorry. I think initially she teach me the Malay language.
Yeah.
She teach me the Malay language, but she also teach another subject which is called additional mathematics. And because I really like the teacher, so I applied to change my class for the additional mathematics. Yeah, change from another teacher to this teacher. So I'm able to teach by her in two subjects. Yeah, and why I like her, I think the first thing is because she's beautiful. And the second thing is she also teach really well. And this is in a even though this is it's always in the big class, because she have a lot of students. And then she also really teach well, so many students want to go to her class. Yeah. And initially I'm very very shy. Yeah, I'm very very shy. And when the teacher say something to me, and then I just keep quiet. But after sometimes we already know each other. So I become more responsive. And I always tell my classmate in my public secondary school. I always tell him, yeah, today have the tuition teachers class. Yeah, so I'm so happy. And I remember there's one time she asked my classmate asked me, yeah, do you like the teacher? No, I think what she want to ask is, do you love the teacher? I say, yeah, don't. Yeah, I say don't. Yeah. And then he changed his question, and he say, yeah, what if you become very, very rich, and will you try to like have a relationship with teacher, or would you like to marry her? And I also say no. Yeah, she's just my teacher. And at that time, I also not sure what is in my mind. Yeah, I think maybe the first consideration is the age is there's a big gap between the age. Yeah, and even though I'm not sure the age of the teacher.
10 years? I mean,
no, I think
more
less
than
than.
that. Oh, less than 10 years.
I think less than, yeah. And in my opinion, I think she should be less than 28, 27. Yeah, because at that time I remember one of our teacher, she say she's the oldest one in the tuition center, and she say she's 28. So this means other teachers should be less than 28.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So the age gap is maybe around
8 or 7?
yeah, maybe mm, mm, yeah. And this is about the story in the tuition center. And I also have many things to share in when I was 16. And one of the thing is yeah, in secondary third, and I actually work hard, and because I want to go to the class that my crush so I want to uh, I want to go into the class that my crush also in there. Yeah. And I successfully did that when I was secondary school, form 4. And but what I realized that actually the girl actually like another guy. Yeah. And yeah, but ironically the guys don't like her. And but the guys like to talk to her and her friends. And the guys got another girlfriend and outside. Yeah. But initially the guys don't have girlfriend. Yeah. Just after some months, yeah, he has a girlfriend. Yeah. Because I saw we saw him having his girlfriend out in tuition center. But my crush still had the feeling. I think she still had the feeling with the guys. And this is at that time I didn't realize that. But if now I try to analyze the situation, yeah, my crush, the girl, really likes the guys. And why? Because she behaved very, very differently. Yeah. Compared with the guys and other guys. Yeah. And the guy she likes is rich, yeah, and tall and fit. And I dislike her, and I dislike him. I dislike the guy because yeah, it seems like he's my opponents, something like that.
Yeah.
And I have few times to have a quarrel. Yeah.
Quarrel.
Yeah. To have a quarrel with him, and also this one time we have a fight. Yeah. But he don't know why I want to fight with her. He just seems like I'm too emotional. Just fight. Just fight with him with a very little small things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is one thing. And another thing is, in my 16, I think this is the second stressful period in my, not in my life, but in my primary and secondary school life. Yeah. And because because I think the first reason is because I I can see my crush, but my crush couldn't see me. Yeah, it's something like that feeling. Yeah, I like her, and she like another guy.
Yeah.
And another reason is there are some subject which I couldn't handle well, which is a
Yeah.
physics. Yeah, and I really try hard. And also at that time, because I already quit my computer game, I just spend little time to play computer game. And I spend a lot of time in studying,
Yeah.
especially additional mathematics and Malay language. Yeah, sorry, and Malay subject, because this is taught by my favorite teacher. Yeah, but of course I also spend some time to study other subject, to do revisions. But one of the subject that I face struggling, and I face the obstacle that I think is the biggest one is the physics. And I couldn't understand, and the calculation is so difficult to do. And there's one exercise my tuition teacher passed to us, and I try to answer all. Yeah, really try hard, but I scored 0. And my and my friend uh it seems like he also couldn't handle the chapter. He also couldn't handle the chapter, but he can score like he can get like 2 or 3 questions correct. Yeah, like me, 0. So at that time I feel really stressed. And I decided to change my class from the science class and to another class which don't have to take the physics subject.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did that. And after that, so I don't need to take the physics subject. Yeah, and but now if I think back the period, I think if you ask me, will I feel regret? I say a little bit, yeah, but not much. And now I actually realize that physics is also one of the important subject, one of the important knowledge. Yeah, one of the important knowledge that we should know, that we should learn. But at that time I don't know, and at that time yeah, I remember the teachers, my class teacher say that physics is a subject that you don't know it, and you can't feel it, you can't touch it, but you still have to learn. Yeah. So at that time I think it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. But now if I think back, it could be right. Yeah, really, it could be right. But she didn't mention the implication. She didn't mention how to apply the physics in your life. She didn't mention why it is so important. He just say this sentence. So this is just a bullshit to us at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all my sharing for today.
Yeah. 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 So yeah. Actually, you make a choice to join. You have to choose, right? The which class you want to join after the third year in secondary school. Yeah. So it's also the same for me in my secondary school. I have to choose whether to join the science class or the uh oh
Common.
the yeah, the commerce. Yep. And at that time also I joined I joined commerce instead of the science, because at that time I wasn't good at mathematics. So I heard that the mathematics in science class is very difficult, and also for the reason of science. Yeah, at that time, the third year we actually had uh, learned some basics about physics, and the second year is we learn chemistry, and the first year we learn biology. But all those are very basic one, and for for the past 3 years, I found that these three subjects are too difficult for me, so I didn't join the science class. And yeah, so how about you? If you uh, if if it is not for the girl, will you join science class at the first instance?
I think yes, because my best friend's also in the class.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, and also for this one is very important, right? Something like when we make decisions, we tend to follow our friends in the when we were young.
Yeah.
And when I was 17 or 18, yeah, I think it's 18. At that time, after we are about to graduate from secondary school, we actually went to the some some uh, those advisory for further learning. I mean the
Mm.
to choose what college or university you want to go. And at that time,
Mm.
I nearly choose the hospitality. No. It is the yeah. You can also say that it is regarding the hotel management subject
Mm.
with one of my best friend at that time.
Mm.
But after that, because considering the fees and the cost, and I have to go to Kuala Lumpur, and yeah, uh, because of that, I didn't choose it.
Mm.
Yeah, but until now, I think yeah, we shouldn't make decisions because of friends.
Yeah, based
Uh,
on others.
mm, yep, yep. So really, we have to have our own thinking.
Yeah. And also when we are young, we don't have the ability to analyze, and also one of the most crazy thing is we don't uh we actually don't know that we can analyze something. We actually
Mm,
don't know we are able to make decisions.
yep.
And we also didn't know that the gaps between making a good decision and the bad decisions, the result, the consequence will be huge.
Mm,
Mm, yeah. So I think you also reveal some point. You reveal that when you have a kid, and what you need to do is grow your kids the decision making ability.
mm,
Let them do decision when since they are young, since they are very, very young, so they can train to think by themselves. They can try to analyze. It's
mm,
not something like you have to wait until you need to face the reality. You face the financial stress, you face a struggle, and then at that time you
yeah.
start to think, you start to make decision. And most of the time, the uh, the important decision we make is relate to money. I think that I mean the first important decision
Mm,
we made is actually is about the money. For example, like the college,
Yeah.
and at that time you need to choose which college you need to go, and at that time you may think that, oh, if I go to KL, and if my family couldn't give me enough allowance, and then I need to work, and I need to take a part-time job, and
Yeah.
also I need to study at the same time, so you will be stressed, and it's something like this kind of consideration. But if you don't have to choose at that time, and after you graduate you still have to choose. You have to choose about your job. You have to choose whether to buy car or not, buy which car.
Yeah.
So main thing is related to money. But of course we know decision is not just money decision. You got many decision you have to make. Because you don't have the ability to identify, actually there's a decision you have to make, and in what situation you should make decisions. So you couldn't make the decision, and you are likely that did the wrong thing.
Yep.
For example, we know that we can change our habits. So it's also another decision, and we can choose to form a good habit like meditation, like yoga, like journaling. At that time we don't know. And even though we try to do that, for example, some girls also will try to cut weight at that time, but they can't sustain. Their effort cannot turns to the result.
Yeah.
Because they don't know the fundamental reasons why they want to do that, and what's the correct way to do that. And because you don't have the ability to analyze between different methods, so they'll just use the most common method, which is on diet. Okay, so anything else?
I think that's all for today.
Okay, so that's all for our today conversations. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversation? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistake to be made, please also comment to let us know, because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like, subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.